doesn't.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
that's
do
the
it
same.
though. Like if I reset in an early level.
Yeah, I'll probably need to do it for any.
Yeah, you
So
should. Free time save.
Yeah.
yeah, that could actually like make the difference between a 39 or a 40. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, yeah, seems like you're on stream, so I'll move you out.
Okay. I did lower my bitrate a bit, so hopefully no dropped frames.
You can count down.
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Alright, I have some solid delay on the mixer. God. Alright, I'll start talking, I guess. So hello, well, you're watching Tebt doing a speedrun of Crash 1, 100%. The 100% category is just beat all of the levels, break all of the boxes, and get all of the gems. Get 2 keys, and well, of course beat like all of the boss fights. In this game, like Crash 1, since it's the first game, you can do set up for like what is Crash Bandicoot, so it differs a lot from 2 and 3 in the sense that it's a lot more linear. You're like not in a warp room where you can choose levels, you just follow a single line of levels and well, yeah. It's like a lot different in that sense. The first 7 minutes of the run are super important, I guess, because there's certain levels where you can't get the gems on the first visit because there's boxes that you need to break by using another platform known as color gem platforms that you can only obtain once you get a color gem, like say. For instance, in this level, Jungle Rollers, you need the green gem, sorry, in order to collect 3 boxes that you otherwise couldn't without escape. But there's a way to skip it, like by doing certain jumps in this area. You can just get the 3 boxes that are over there.
Oops.
You can also know. No?
Oh no, I just lost a mask. It's all good.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you can recognize that you got all 3 boxes because you get 3 lives. So.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
delayed input back there. That was pretty scary.
But yeah, you got it. So.
Yeah.
You can also get it without invincibility. It's a lot trickier to tell where you got all of them, but you can do it. So yeah, that's the first escape. There's 4 escapes in this game. That's one of the easier ones.
Yeah, the first
This
2 are
level-
way easier.
Yeah, this level, Great Gate has also an R escape. So you would need the yellow gem that you get, I think, all the way into
The lab.
the lab. Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, since the lab is like pretty much the last level you do before having to reset levels, you won't have that gem here. So what you are gonna do is like he's gonna try to keep these masks, and he's gonna damage our use of a turtle to reach like the back part of like this area. I think there's the camera back there that you can stand on, or like there's like a solid place anyway. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but like
Yeah.
you can stand on it and get across the portal without, So there's like another way of doing it. You can actually stand on the portal on very specific pixels, but it's super precise. So.
Yeah, it's only done as a backup nowadays, though several years ago it used to be what you had to do to get the skip.
Yeah, it's awful, especially considering the other skips that are around.
Yeah.
You do have to keep this mask for our next cape. It's important because you actually do need invincibility.
Pretty
Like,
bad
there's
cycles
no,
here.
nah. There's no way of doing it without invincibility, so you have to keep it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's great, guys. It's like one of the longest levels in
Yeah.
Island 1, funny enough, which is unfortunate considering level 5 is such a reset point.
Yeah. And level 3 is just like long because you're intended to come back to it after you've gone to the lab, which is all the way at the end.
Yeah.
I guess now you could talk
Okay,
about
so this...
zigzag.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about zigzagging here. So this is boulders. It's the first out of 2 chase levels. In this first one, you can actually like get it in one visit. But yeah, the fastest movement in this game is called zigzagging. So while Crash is in the air, you see like Crash wiggles like kind of to the sides. That's basically zigzagging. It only works on the air, of course. And just as a comparison, the rock goes more or less at the same speed of Crash, like roughly when not doing zigzagging. But when you do zigzagging, you leave it like very far behind. So it's basically like alternating directions. So let's say if you're going backwards, you're gonna like alternate between down left and down right. And same goes for every direction. If you're going up, you alternate between up left, up right. And if you're going right, of course, right up and right down. And left the same thing, so yeah. I actually don't know. I think it's because diagonals are just faster overall in this game.
Yeah.
So
Something like that.
yeah, so that's why it's just faster. Okay, so this is upstream. It's like the biggest reset point in Add-on 1 at
Yeah.
least.
At least for top level. If you're just like getting into this game, you don't have to worry about the skip. It's only if you want like top times, like top 3.
Yeah. So there's 2 phases for this skip. The first one is that like there's a box under a log that you have to get, and you can only get it with invincibility unless you're Taz. I don't know. I've like never seen it get it without invincibility
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
So you're gonna use like that advantage of the invincibility breaking boxes that are like on proximity to get the box.
Oh, I didn't get the sub jump. I got the checkpoint though. Rip.
Ah, damn.
Oh well.
Damn.
It's a hard skip. Like even if I got to the lily pad here, it still might not have gotten it. That's not too punishing at
Yeah,
least.
that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's not all that bad. The second phase was, just to explain it, I guess, was you get to a lily pad, like that last lily pad before the portal. There's a diagonal, like, it's really hard to explain. There's like a set of pixels where you can stand on. And if you go diagonally, you clip like on the wall, and you can get on the ceiling. And the problem doesn't end even there, because there's also holes on the ceiling, so you can also fall. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at this point, top like 4 runs have it, but no one else. Well, besides Mandy, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So about boss fights in this game, like they're really not much of a worry. They're pretty much the easiest part of the game.
Yeah, they're
Most
good,
of them
good
are just-
relax points.
Yeah, they're mostly auto-scrollers. Of course, there's strats, there's stuff you can like mess up, but yeah, it's mostly auto-scroller. So Rolling Stones would be the first level we would need to revisit if Tebt had got an upstream escape. Like on PV attempts, this would be the first level anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So just keep the boxes since you need the blue gem that you get in Toxic Waste, and there's no way of skipping it because the blue gem would trigger the death. The death. Oh my god, the death trigger. Like it would remove the death trigger, so you could get down there to get the boxes. Otherwise, you're gonna die. There's actually a way of getting the boxes over there, or at least 5 of them with invincibility, but you end up dying. So it's not...
Yeah. Yeah, and you you've got to break all the boxes and also not die past a checkpoint. So even if we could get all 6 boxes, we wouldn't be able to get the gem.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Hog Wild. Hog Wild is an auto scroller. There's really not much to say about this level. So I guess I'll talk about cycles if you're
Yeah, sure.
okay with it. So yeah, there's 2 different like types of cycles. Well, I guess 3.
Yeah,
One of them is super rare.
Yeah, yeah.
Like one of them is like spawn cycles, which are like the really rare ones, which are the cycles that trigger once you enter a level.
Yeah, that's only seen in 1 level, I believe.
Yeah, later on. I'll cover it later once we get to that level.
Yeah.
The other ones are global cycles, which are like the most usual cycles, which are basically cycles that are working since you turn on the game, basically. So let's say Native Fortress, which is the next level, has a lot of global cycles. So you're gonna you have to improvise a lot in certain levels because you cannot tell what cycles you're gonna get because they're global. And since the only way to reset them is death abusing, but since you have to collect the gems, you cannot really death abuse.
Yeah.
So this category is bound to have a lot of getting used to cycles and improvising a lot of stuff on the fly.
Yeah, at the end of this level, or more or less near the end of this level, I'll death abuse if I get a certain cycle, but I'm only able to do that because I can't get the gem on this first visit. I just have to beat the
Yeah.
level any percent, basically.
Yeah. For worse levels later on, like Slippery Climb, yeah. You can't die, so no death abuse, so rip.
Also, I'm doing
But
the
yeah.
oop.
Oh, nice. So I can explain that. The OOB is literally just... Well, I guess it just works the same as in Great Gate.
Yeah.
But like... Yeah, you only use it for a little area. It's just to skip like some cycles. It doesn't really save time, but it would save time based on cycles. So if you were to get a bad cycle, if you didn't do it, you would save time. Yeah, I think I didn't even mention that in this game, if you have to, like, in order to 100% a level, you can't die. So if you were to die at any point of a level that you need to collect a gem in, you have to redo the entire thing.
Yeah, I'm just playing the end safe here because my left zigzag is really deteriorating on this controller, so I struggle with that last cycle skip. It's not a big deal though. That
Yeah,
Native
that's
Fortress wasn't too bad.
It's okay, dude.
Alright, so that's the first island complete. There's 3 islands. Island 3 has significantly way more levels though.
Yeah. Island 2, I mean Island 1 and Island 2 don't really have that many. Island 2 is just long because it has long levels.
Yeah.
The first one is Up the Creek. It's a level that really likes to drop inputs sometimes.
Yeah, I lost a run yesterday here, in fact, to that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this level's not too difficult.
Yeah, it's not really that bad.
Right here, there's a camera manipulation. I just pull
Yeah,
back the camera and I don't have to wait on this munching plant.
I was about to say that. We only mentioned 2 types of cycles, so the third one is these ones, proximity cycles, I guess.
Yeah.
Which only trigger once you get to a certain range of like the hazard or whatever has to trigger. Say there's a lot of them in this level, like monkeys and
Yeah.
like plant.
Yeah, the plants with
Also-
the green tentacles only eat you when you stand on them for too long, and the blue tentacles just munch repeatedly
Yeah.
once you get close to them. Here I'm gonna go back because that exclamation mark box triggers these boxes that I have to break, and I make sure I step on these lily pads that sink in a certain order so I can go back without having to wait for them to rise back up.
Yep.
Other than that, there's not much to this level. Just a lot of waiting on these leaves.
Yeah, there's like super small optimizations, like a snipe. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
you
I just
see
got
that.
it actually.
Okay, yeah. You can snipe that fish into two of the boxes that are like over there. Like you don't need that, but
Yeah, it makes it
it makes
easier.
it safer. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Ripperoo is the second boss fight of the game. All of the boss fight like give you two masks, but you cannot keep masks out of the boss fights, if that makes sense. Like it would remove it even if you beat the boss with two masks.
Yeah.
So for this boss fight in particular, we use the masks a lot to damage our use and kill him faster. Oh yeah, there's also cutscenes at the beginning of each boss fight, but the only unskippable one is Papo for some
Yeah.
reason.
You don't see it in boss fights where I can't skip it, because you can just hold triangle and it skips it on the first frame.
Yeah, you can hold triangle like in the loading screen.
Yeah, and it like buffers to the level.
Yeah. Alright, so Lost City.
I'm not gonna try the
I mean,
respawn cycle. I'm just gonna wing it.
okay, that's fine. On attempts, you would just usually death abuse there. Since you get consistent cycles by that. I guess it's okay to just wing it in a marathon since,
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing
Kinda
some
play-
parts safe anyways.
yeah, I kinda play it safe, so.
I'm not gonna
But
risk
yeah,
that.
if you die before a checkpoint, you actually don't have to re-enter the level. Only if you die once you get a checkpoint, you have to re-enter it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this level is pretty tough
Yeah.
in the sense that like there's a lot of cycles and a lot of things that can just easily kill you.
hmm
So yeah, I do agree with Tebt grabbing the hidden mask.
Yeah.
So just take it safe.
Just don't want to get screwed over by the bats.
Yeah.
These platforms that come in and out of the wall, we call them pulled boards, and there's actually a way to jump on them when they're in the wall, and we call those pulled board jumps. They're pretty tricky though, because you have to do them not only while Crash is turning around, but also they're a 3-frame window.
Yeah, you have it's pretty precise.
Yeah, I'd like to practice them more sometime to be able to show them off, but right now it'd just be time loss.
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, you only really do them in that area.
And-
in like both categories anyway.
Yeah, you can jump around those pushers. It can be a bit scary though, because there's like these invisible walls, I guess, around them or in front of them. Those aren't in the remake though, so those Insane Trilogy runners get spoiled by that.
Yeah, what happens is that like if you I guess get too close through I don't even know, like it's super weird. Because like if you get too close to the pusher when it's coming out, you kinda just get invisible walled and you die. It's annoying.
Yeah.
And yeah, about Insane Trilogy and stuff, in that game, there's like, well, the most run category, or not the most run, but like the quote-unquote best category is all gems, which is essentially the 100%, like the OG 100%, since they added relics to the remasters. People just like doing all gems because relics is basically doing any percent again.
Yeah. Also, I did
And-
a... Oh no, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, and yeah, I was just gonna say, and in that game, you can die in levels. You can only not die in color gem levels. You have to redo those if you die. But I guess I can remove that gimmick, which is honestly completely fair.
Yeah, it's pretty primitive. It's like
Yeah.
artificial difficulty in a sense.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, back there, sort of more towards the start of the level, I did a TNT spin.
TNT spin, yeah. I
Yeah,
noticed that.
spinning blows up TNTs, but if you do it in a certain timing, you can blow it up and not get hurt by it. All that one did is to help me catch that cycle. Also here, you might have noticed before I broke those boxes, I moved slightly to the right, and that actually triggered that flame, so I don't have to wait on it.
Yeah, it's another example of proximity cycle, I guess.
Yeah, the flames are proximity cycles in these levels. However, the ones in Great Gate and Native Fortress we saw are global cycles.
Yeah.
These big ones are always spawn cycles, though. I'm not gonna get the cycle. Dang.
Yeah.
Oh well.
He's also Tebt also walked like on those moving platforms because there's something we call invisible wall. No one
Yeah.
knows what causes it, but like
You have to be
it's
extremely bad lucky to have it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's super rare, but it basically if you're standing on that platform, like some invisible force can just push you off and you die. It's good meme, good
Yeah.
game design.
It's not really punishment for any person, but in 100% it's really punish.
It's even bad in any.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's something you just don't want to do. You can like save it if you're moving though, so that's why he was moving.
Yeah. That's all you can do, really. Also, I did another
Yeah.
TNT spin there. That one's really cool. That's one of my strats. Feels
Yeah,
good to
this
get it.
Tebt
Oh, nice.
copyrighted.
So yeah, bridge levels, these hogs can walk on air for some reason, and they're completely invincible. You can't kill them. If you touch them, you get hurt.
Yeah.
These like purplish planks fall after you stand on them for too long. The beige ones just are static, they don't move.
Yeah.
This
These
area is
levels
kind
are
of a puzzle.
These levels are kind of like known for being difficult, but I guess with zigzagging it makes it a lot easier. Oh, you're doing the new stuff.
Oh,
okay,
I
cool.
messed it up, I almost died, but we're good.
Good,
Yeah, these levels are pretty hard casually, but in the speedrun I find them to be a bit relaxing once you know how to do them.
good. Oh my god, how did you survive that?
That was scary. That gave me a bit of a heart attack. Also,
That's like a new strategy.
yeah, when there's one individual space in between the beige planks, you can just walk across them. It's kind of like in 2D Mario games.
Yeah, it's good game design. You can't actually walk on the remasters.
Yeah, I
before you
heard.
actually-
Yeah, it sounds difficult. Also, this here is a secret. It's really dumb. These planks I'm walking on are basically the only ones you can walk on. Like, it's not a complete bridge. It's just two, and then one at the start, one at the end.
Yep. I found it kind of ridiculous that they added this, especially
Yeah,
considering
pretty
that
much.
to 100% the level you cannot die,
Yeah.
and you have no way of knowing where the planks are. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, also an important thing that we are using the Japanese version because it's faster due to the gem colors are changed. So
Yeah,
you want to do Road to Nowhere in one visit.
Actually, about that, you're right. Road to Nowhere is precisely the reason why the Japanese version is faster. Because what they did in J version is that they put the green gem in Hog Wild, and they put the red gem in Lost City for whatever reason. I actually can't even find a reasoning to why they did that. But what that makes it so is that like they allowed us to get the gem in Road to Nowhere in the first visit. In the U version and the PAL version, you can't because the red gem is in a slippery climb, which is later on. So it ends up saving like 50 seconds to 1 minute.
Yeah.
And also to the levels that next it should be Sunset Vista by the map thing, but it's swapped with Slippery Climb.
Yeah, they also did that. I guess I can understand that one because honestly I find Sunset harder. Just because
Yeah,
it's
Sunset
longer.
is harder, and in Japanese version, Slippery Climb
Casually
has more
anyway.
checkpoints.
I'll take having slippery at the beginning.
As far as I know, in Japanese version, the Slippery Climb has more checkpoints.
It has also more masks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a mask at the start.
Yeah, in the NTSC version, there's only one single mask, and it's like on the second floor.
Yeah,
so-
and the
Yeah.
one single checkpoint.
Yeah, and one checkpoint. I guess technically two if you get the Rio token, but imagine.
Yeah.
It's not
Actually,
like it matters for 100%.
I think Japanese version actually added a ton of bonus as well. I might be
they did?
wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they did. It's like very close to the end, so the checkpoint doesn't really help.
dang, I really.
Oh, yeah.
remember. Alright,
Also
so
reminded in one step PV he had to do the Brio bonus.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, my first, or my last 106 entered the Brio bonus in this level by mistake. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Had to wait on those stairs there, so I just grabbed that mask, because why not?
Yeah, this is another level where cycles are global and I guess
Whoops.
you can kind of read them, but it
Yeah,
ends up being just kind of RNG-ish.
yeah.
I guess we didn't really talk about like the RNG part of this game.
Oh yeah.
There's two sections where RNG affects this game. The first one is on box cutscenes. Like on levels we don't get all of the boxes, or Tept doesn't get all of the boxes. He gets a cutscene where Crash is like the game drops on Crash's head one single box,
Just gonna wait on these. Okay, that was a bad cycle
and
anyway.
Crash can move like Crash's head can move to the side, and depending on how much he takes to actually look forward, you can skip the cutscene. It's pretty dumb, honestly, how that works.
Yeah.
The other RNG section is basically the next level, the next boss fight anyway.
Yeah. But the good thing is with RNG in this game is it's like only a few seconds really lost at worst. Not like
Yeah,
minutes like some other speed games.
It's I'll say like if you get like the worst RNG ever, at maximum 15 seconds compared to the best. So
Yeah.
it's not
Just playing it
really that
safe at
bad.
the end here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like some strats are pretty scary and slippery climb. But good. Oh my gosh. That like lava system gave me a heart attack. But yeah. Next boss is Koala-Kong. I really hope you get like the ghost mine card.
That'd be so awesome in a marathon. Yeah, this boss
That's
fight
like-
has some very odd and super rare glitches in it.
Yeah, it's got good meme. There's really not much to talk about it. Like the RNG section is just basically Koala-Kong moving, like moving to the side, I guess. He can move all the way to the left and then throw the rock, or he can just throw it immediately.
Yeah.
There's actually a way to manipulate this, but it's like TAS only basically. So
Yeah,
good
like
job.
pretty much like any movement you do manipulates them, but you don't know if it's going to be good or bad.
Yeah.
Also, you can step a bit into the lava and it doesn't hurt you because hitbox design.
Yeah. No ghost minecart rape.
Ah. Also,
Imagine getting what Rex got.
that was so funny. And also, the music is changed in some parts of this game, one of them being this boss. I think the music is
Yeah.
kind of a downgrade, but that's just my opinion.
It's a downgrade for me too.
27-26. That'd be so good if I had upstream.
Dude, that would be, that would actually be really good, yeah. 27, 26. What in is your best? Or you don't know?
I don't know, I think I've gotten a 3x before.
Yeah, I have
Lots of 4x's.
yeah, I have a 30, like, but yeah, it's good meme.
Cortex powers, the
Alright.
actual end of Island 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is Steel Island 2, so this is actually Steel Island 1. Sorry. Island 1 extends all the way until Cortex
Oops.
Power. We'll talk about that in the next level. Like, there's no reason for it
Yeah.
to say right now. Heavy is actually dumb. Like, it's kind of hard, and it kind of sucks that it's like right before Cortex Power.
Yeah, it
but
sucks to lose a run to this level before the next level.
Yeah, there's are you gonna go for the last swap jump?
I'll go for the second one, yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, there's a few cool strats that you can do. In any percent, it's a lot more, I guess, they're like a lot more time saving because you actually know what cycles you're gonna get. But they could also save time in Hondo depending on the cycles. He's gonna try to get invincibility and to be able to break the stack of boxes.
Yeah, did it pretty well.
Nice.
I almost beat that cycle. I thought I was gonna beat it, otherwise it would have zigzagged a bit more.
Dang. Alright, so sub
okay.
jumps.
I got the
I don't
sub
think
jump, but I got scared after.
Okay, that's fair though. At least you showed it.
Yeah.
So sub jump.
Yeah.
Sub jump is gonna be like very important for the next level. It's basically a jump in midair. It's you have basically 10 frames to input a jump after the spin animation has ended. Well, in midair anyway. If you spin like too close to a ledge and then try to jump, your jump will get eaten. Like the way of saving it is actually doing a soft jump. You can't buffer it, you actually have to time it. It's 10 frames though, like it's pretty lenient.
Yeah. It's definitely, it's not that hard to master sub jumps, and I think people, when they learn this game, should learn them early on, because they help all throughout the run.
Yeah. Alright, so Cortex Power. This is probably the worst reset point in the entire run.
Yeah.
Praying for
So
Cortex
actually,
Power
well,
skip.
we did mention like RNG being a factor in very few
Did I break
parts.
that?
This is not exactly RNG, but like it might as well be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
pseudo RNG, but it's really punishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically what happens is that you can do this level in one visit. This is the fourth and last skip. But the way of doing the exit, I guess I'll explain it once you get there, but yeah. I'll explain the entrance first.
Sure.
So there's certain clips that you can get that allow you to like clip on the ceiling or just mash and just get up there.
Yeah, you must spin
So-
and jump.
For the entrance, it's pretty good, pretty nice, because yeah, there's no risk of dying really. And then you just do a wrong warp based on like certain specific movements. I do it a little different than what Tebt does. but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing. It's just based on camera.
And also you need to be careful with the wrong war, because if you do it wrong, you can cause a crash in the game.
And you can also embed it.
Oh, I didn't get
yeah,
the clip.
embedding and you can die. And if you
You
go
didn't get the
further
clip.
with the
Bad
embed in
luck.
console, you can pretty much crash
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
Alright, so to explain this, this is what sucks about this run.
Yeah,
The skip, rather.
Yeah, because the clip, like you're looking for a specific clip, there's a setup for it, and even though if you do the same setup every time, the clip just moves, and you have no way of knowing where the clip's gonna be and when it's safe to jump. So what he was trying to do is like get the clip and then do a soft jump to make it all the way over there, but the clip wasn't there, so GG. Good game. That's
Yeah. It's completely out of your control whether or not you get that clip.
yeah.
Like-
It's on like upstream.
Yeah, like if the clip were consistent, that skip would actually be like, I would want to call it free, in fact. But just the fact
Yeah.
it's random and the clip is invisible, so you can't know if it's not there, is just really awful.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that that's in the run. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
really annoying.
Yeah.
It also really sucks because it loses 2 minutes to fail it. So
Yeah. Could still get a good time though with this run. It's
Yeah.
been pretty good besides that.
yeah, you can still do it. So this is what happens in upstream. If you were to fail upstream skip, compared to a run that would have upstream skip, you would lose a minute 30. And if you fail Cortex Power skipped compared to a run that would have Cortex Power skip, you lose 2 minutes. It's really unfortunate how punishing failing any of those skip is.
Yeah, so if you do like a resetless or a marathon and like don't get either of the skips, it's 3 minutes gone, but you can still get a good time. Like my
Yeah,
PB's
hopefully.
a mid 105 and add 3 onto that, and it's like still 108, 109.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, there really wasn't much to say about Gen Room.
Yeah, it's
There
pretty.
will be
Oh, go ahead.
There would be like some stuff to say in Toxic Waste if you had gotten Cortex Power Escape. It's funny too because if you get Cortex Power Escape, it saves time in Toxic Waste because you can get invincibility,
Yeah.
which is a lot better considering the box formation that the super awkward box formation that the level has at the beginning.
Yeah, that one right there.
So yeah, it's unfortunate.
A big challenge with this level in speedruns is the zigzag. As you can see, the area you can like land on after jumping is very linear and very skinny. So if you zigzag off the side, it's like, yeah, very costly, and it happens a lot to everyone.
Yeah, I've done it in both categories. It's super
Yeah,
annoying.
same.
I don't. Oh my god, dead. I don't tend to zigzag all that much in Honda just because I don't want to die. So
Yeah. Oh, I got spin timered on the checkpoint. How did I survive that? Okay, I think these cycles might be messed up.
Did we talk about
yeah, these
speed?
are like older proximity cycles.
Yeah, these barrels are always consistent. Hey, overball. That's cool.
Oh, nice. Also, a quick thing about spin. You can speed up to 6 times. And if you can try a 7th one, you can do it.
Oh
And
yeah,
each
that's
spin
true.
recharged, it's 2 seconds, as I think it was.
Something
Now
like
that
that.
you, yeah, it's around 1.5 to 2. Now that Tebt mentions the spin timer, yeah, that's what it is. You can only spin a certain amount of times, as Shadow said, only 6. And it actually kind of works like a meter in a sense. So you spin one time, and just imagine a meter with like 6 divisions. Just spin one time, one of the meters or one of the divisions gets removed, and just continue like that until you get removed all of them, and then you'll hear like a strange sound that indicates that you cannot spin anymore. That's
Yeah.
and it recharge like one of the divisions recharges every 2 seconds. So,
Yeah, I think the idea of that, like within the game, is that Crash just gets dizzy from all the spinning.
yeah,
So yeah,
or something.
that's one way you can make sense of it.
Yeah, it's different from 2 and 3. In 2 and 3, you have a spin timer, but it's like after one spin. So you have to wait like a second, I think. In any case, Tet is redoing Cortex Power right now just because he got the blue gem in.
Yeah, like when people fail the skip, usually they don't just re-enter the level right away and try it again. They'll get the blue gem first and then try it
Yeah.
again. Just because it's so random.
It wouldn't really save that much time regardless of just re-entering.
Yeah.
So.
That box bridge is pretty scary.
Yeah,
I've
no,
practiced-
I've killed
prac-
runs to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I practice it a lot. So yeah, at least now we're past Cortex Power, which I kind of like this part of the run more. There's no random skip, and I think
Yeah, the
I think
endgame
it's a
is-
bit easier.
I think the endgame is pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's really hard, but it's fun.
Yeah,
Except for Whole Hog, that level can literally die.
Yeah,
That's
backed up.
thankfully-
the epitome of bad programming is that level. We'll talk about it when we get there. So this boss fight is pretty much an auto-scroller, but for some reason, for his first 3 hits, you can just keep spinning him after he like finishes getting dizzy or whatever.
Yeah, I think. I'm not entirely sure if. Actually, I don't remember if they removed this on Insane Trilogy. I think they did.
They
I'm not
only
sure.
hit on PC as far as I know.
Yeah,
I
the
don't remember.
The idea with this boss fight is you hide behind the furniture, but it's kind of whack, so you can like just be near the furniture and Crash will crouch or like try to go down for cover. And as long as he's in that animations, the bullets won't hurt you. Also,
Yeah, I
you can
just-
spin through the bullets.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. You actually have invincibility frames once you spin. That's something that was. I'm not sure if you used it in Slippery Climb, but could be used.
Oh yeah, spin jumping off the spikes.
Yeah. You have like invincibility frames for certain hazards, like spikes and spears that you can just go through.
Yeah, same with electricity.
Yeah, it's super convenient. You'll see it more in, I guess, in lab maybe, and
Yeah, lab for sure.
Jaws of Darkness.
So the gimmick with this level is pretty much you're supposed to bounce on the turtles, which flips them over, and then bounce on their belly, which bounces you up super high. But with the zigzag mechanic, you don't have to do that, because it'd be really slow to have to do that for each individual turtle. So you have to wait for
Yeah.
them to flip over and stop and all that.
Funny thing is that bouncing on turtles would actually be faster if you like. If you bounce, it's super tastier, but if you bounce like on a certain specific spot of the turtle, it actually like makes you go forward a little bit.
Yeah, it's really weird. But if you do it in a
But
bad spot, it can actually slow you down a tiny bit as well.
yeah,
It's a weird game.
exactly. So yeah, High Road is a lot shorter in NTSCJ than it is in
Oh, yeah.
NTSCU.
Yeah.
So it's like easy tier. Alright, Sunset. So Sunset, you're actually gonna death abuse here because
Yeah, yeah.
yes, like death abusing not only like makes the cycles consistent because as I said, global cycles reset after death abusing, but it also fixes some glitchy cycles that this level has.
Also, I didn't miss that box at the start. That's just a flame cycle manipulation to trigger it early.
Yeah,
Similar to
Because
what I did in
proximity.
Temple Ruins. Yeah.
yeah, proximity cycle. So, but yeah, this level is pretty scripted. It's probably like one of the few levels that you shouldn't lose, I guess, that much time. If you lose time, it's probably in the bonus.
Yeah.
This is also the first level that you actually have to do a bonus. We never really enter bonuses because the boxes in the bonuses are like not necessary.
Yeah, they don't count to the level total.
So
Yeah, and the only bonus you do is for getting the key to
Yeah.
unlock a level.
yeah, this level unlocks Whole Hog and unfortunately unlocks Whole Hog.
Yeah.
And the other one, which is Jaws, which is like basically right after. Like you have to do this and then lights out and then Jaws. It's unlocks Humming in the Dark.
Crap. Yeah, I'm behind on the cycle. Dang. I don't know what that
Damn.
was, but yeah, I'm gonna be behind now. I'm gonna lose time, but still better than dying.
Oh my god. Oh my god, spin timer.
Yeah.
It's him, right?
My left zigzag is super off today. I almost went off into the foreground. It's been off in
Yeah.
general. This controller's getting a bit too mushy for my liking.
Hey, maybe I can use that one.
Yeah, maybe.
I like mushy controllers.
Yeah, I'll probably switch to another one before I, like when I come back to this game.
Yeah. Switching controllers for this game in particular is awful. Like,
Yeah, it's
so
really
bad.
awful
Yeah,
getting used to zigzagging and just stuff
You-
is really messy.
Yeah, switching controllers is just because you have to get used to it, unfortunately. Like, literally the skill level sometimes depends on your, like, controller. It's so dumb.
Yeah, like in my hundo grind, there was a point where I like lost like several weeks where I could have been doing PB attempts because I had to adjust to a new controller.
Yeah.
It's a huge setback, but you have to do it sometimes, and you just have to accept it and be
Yeah.
patient.
I've used the same controller for like 3 years, but if you were to see a picture of it,
The zombie.
it's literally a zombie controller.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I was getting random inputs, I was either forced to switch or fix that. So I tried fixing it and I took off the analog sticks, all the shoulder buttons. So it's a good meme. It like has barely any buttons. But since in this game you only use like pretty much the D-pad.
yeah,
X
you only
and
use the
square,
D-pad and
so-
X square,
or
triangle
circle
for
if you
checking
want.
the life, I think.
Yeah, it's very simple. Very simple.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, seems like you missed the strat.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You can death abuse in the bonus by going behind the portal. It's kind of weird though, but it does save time because you don't get the save screen.
I've only ever done it once, just saying.
Yeah, it doesn't save that much. So yeah, that's the longest level in the game. Like even my gold segment is like a 412. Though
Yeah,
my
it's
accurate
also
gold segment is a 413.
it's a consistent level though, which is nice. So
Yeah,
having like the longest level be consistent is
yeah. Just with enough practice, you can get this level down.
yeah. Also, if you were to die on a bonus, you have to redo the entire level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unlike in the remasters, if you die in a bonus this game, you have to re-enter to be able to get the tokens again and stuff. Like if they're, you can't just retry it right away.
Yeah, it's dumb. They're not very hard, but you can die on them and it's annoying.
So the gimmick in this level is pretty obvious. It's dark, but the weird thing is that Aku Aku actually acts as your light source, and if you move around for too long before getting another mask, you're stuck in the dark, and if you get hit, since he's your like hit point basically, you also are stuck in the dark.
Yeah, in Crash 2 they kinda realized how stupid of a decision that was, so they
Yeah.
actually switched it to an actual like Firefly.
Yeah. You won't really see me in the dark, like stuck in the dark, unless I get hit, because just with the zigzag, like it's very rare that I actually don't get to another mask in time.
Yeah.
Also, you can spin through these pendulums.
Yeah, also the cycles in this level are global. With enough zigzagging you can catch them. Are you gonna go for the soft jump in the next one?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, then you can use soft jumps, for instance, like to catch certain cycles, like for instance that one. So it's good. Soft jumps is a good mechanic.
Yeah, the ones in that level in particular are super cool.
Yeah. You can actually get it without soft jumping, but it's super hard.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah.
Especially on a
Lot of
90k.
zigzagging.
I've come close to it,
Yeah,
but I've never gotten it.
Yeah, on that's like the other thing, I guess. Like
Oh,
PS2
yeah.
models actually affect cycles.
Yeah.
So let's say, as an example, the 80% world record is on a 39k, which is a fat PS2. It has more lag, but it also slows down pulls more, so it makes them easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes easier the cycles.
It's even been debated that 39k may be faster for any percent, but for 100%. Just like with all the boxes you're breaking and stuff, that you really want less lag. So I think 90k
Yeah.
is definitely faster for 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, we still don't know if like 39k is actually faster for, and
Yeah, it's just a theory at the moment.
yeah, it's a theory, but we'll see.
Wow,
happens
how
then?
did I die? How did I live there? I barely stepped on that thing. There's an off-screen box there. It's pretty evil level design, if you ask me.
Yeah, there's a lot of like dumb stuff like this in this game in particular, like a lot of secrets that are
Oh yeah.
just like, yeah, I guess you could see that box when you're coming like all the way down. You can see the like the bottom of it, but still, like,
Yeah,
you're
still.
totally focused on not dying. So
Yeah. And also seeing what's ahead of you instead of what's behind you.
yeah,
Yeah, Crash Trilogy in general is filled with a bunch of dumb secrets, especially Crash 2 and 3, where I'd say.
yeah. Crash One just has secrets like in boxes. There's some that are really dumb, but most of the levels don't really have that many secrets. It's like in Great Gates. I didn't even explain it, but there's like a box on the back part of like, how would you say that? Like of the shortcut, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of
Like
the
there's
shortcut.
one life crate over there, but I guess we're kind of just so used to getting it that we just forget that it exists.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
secrets like that.
there's a lot to talk about with this game, so sorry if we missed stuff.
Yeah, this one is like super cool. There's that subject that makes it like super flashy.
Yeah, that it's sort of it skips sort of a puzzle you're supposed to do in that bonus. Like you're supposed to detonate a TNT that activates the bridge below, but then bounce on some boxes, but time them properly so you don't die.
Yep.
Because you won't have anything to land on.
You've missed a box.
Did I? Oh, I
Yeah.
did. Oh, I'm autopiloting.
Oh,
Oh, did I miss the bouncy crate?
Yeah.
yeah. No, you missed the one. It's above the bouncy
It
crate.
has stupid delay,
Oh.
dude. I could have like
No,
warned you
that's
before.
fine. Don't worry. I've never done that. How did I do that? Well, I've already done the bonus, I guess, but I still.
Oh yeah, you already did the bonus. So
I
you
still
the
have
key.
to do. Yeah, I still have to do the
Yeah.
whole blue gem path.
Just don't sweat it, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. Like this run has been pretty good for a marathon. I'm not gonna complain, honestly. And like that's
Yeah.
that's totally my fault, not like the game screwing me over. And it's funny, I had a feeling I missed a box, but those feelings usually aren't true. It's just like random anxiety, but
At that point, I don't know how would you be able to come back. I
yeah,
guess, I don't know.
yeah, I never really had that issue.
Well, yeah. At least you didn't have drop inputs.
Yeah, dropped
Well, at
inputs have been
least
nice.
You got the bonus already. Yeah, the key just stays forever with if you do the bonus. So
Yeah,
you still have to like the rest of it.
yeah, like after you get the key and exit the bonus, you can leave the level. If you were to get the gem but miss the key. Yeah, I'm not gonna sweat that too much. It is a big time loss, but oh well.
That's alright.
It
Well,
happens.
we get to see just twice. This is like that level that's cursed for me, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know, I've lost so many runs to this dumb level in
Yeah.
both categories.
yeah, it's a very easy
Yeah,
level to die, and it's pretty hard too.
I think I died once in my any percent PV on this level. I don't
I mean,
remember.
I killed like 3 runs to this level.
I think before I got the world record, I lost one here. I don't remember what it was though.
I
What?
remember it being fumbling too.
Oh yeah, fumbling is pretty much a run killer.
Yeah, I lost
Oh.
one in fumbling as well.
That last snake, by the way, you can't. I mean, you can spin it, but
Yeah, I
You
I
can't
totally
spin it, like,
forgot.
yeah, you can't spin it like to the front, otherwise you blow the TNTs and you need that token.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to do it now because he already got the token.
I shouldn't have gone for that.
But
Castle's gonna
if
be
you were
hard.
to do it like on the first phase. Yeah. So Castle is the only level that has spawn cycles. It's really weird, but like it basically the cycle starts once you enter the level instead of it being global. So there's a cycle towards the end that you can catch if you do it fast enough. It's a lot easier with invincibility, but the Tebt,
Yeah, nope.
since he lost.
No
Yeah.
guarantee I'll get it since I'm not gonna get invincibility. It becomes a bit harder. Also,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have turned my fan off. I just didn't want it blowing into my mic, but now I'm super sweaty. Okay. I don't know how I died to that, to be honest.
Oh.
Did you die past a checkpoint?
No, it was to a
No.
camera robot of all
Ah,
things.
Oh yeah.
I think just barely just got hit, I guess. There's really not much to talk about Castle.
It's just this 3D range here. It's kind of a cool strat, but it's very brief. It's just
Yeah.
a lot of waiting on these platforms. I think this level is kind of boring.
Oh yeah.
I don't have kill runs here.
What's my favorite Crash character? Sorry if that message was old. I haven't looked at chat much, but I think Embryo's kind of funny. I think Entropy's kind of cool. He's in Crash 3.
Wow, not even polar. I see how it is.
Wow.
The lone polar.
I like most of the characters except for Coco. Coco can go
Yeah.
die, thanks.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get the cycle at this, to be honest.
I like Kong.
Just as a, I guess, context for that, Coco is like the. If anyone has played Crash Bash,
Oh no.
She's
Coco
evil.
is like
Yeah, Coco is
Yeah.
pretty much a really annoying.
just delete her, honestly.
Nice embed in the boxes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
You-
you didn't get it.
You guys should have 5. I think you might be very behind. Yeah, so if you play the level fast enough, you don't really have to wait for this thing here, but it definitely became a lot harder with invincibility. And honestly, there's some times where I'll just take like the 10-second time loss over a huge death.
Yeah.
So, damage beast here. Just skip some of these platforms. You can also skip this one, but that is way too risky for runs.
Oh yeah,
I
the
actually
last
don't even
jump.
do that much of use one because I sometimes get stuck on the red hot pipe and end up failing the next jump afterwards.
Yeah, that's like the risk with that. I just sort of, I came up with that strat, so I sort of know how, like, exactly how much you need to hold X for and stuff.
Yeah, I used to do it a lot in runs, but then I lost like 2 runs to it, and I was
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm done with this.
Yeah, it's not that big of a time loss if you don't go for it.
It's
Yeah.
only 2 seconds though. Yeah, it's alright. Alright, we're approaching towards the end, so this is the last boss fight. You actually don't get to fight Cortex in this category.
Yeah.
You get to trigger the secret ending, so.
Yeah, for some reason killing these green blobs does damage to Brio. I know they made it like so in the Insane Trilogy, when you step on the blobs, they like squirt into his face. But here it's just
Yeah.
like, I guess it makes him angrier, so it makes him drink the potions and turns into the Hulk. Yeah, that boss fight's
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Yeah, there's not really not much to it.
And that's the last boss fight, actually.
Yep. And that's it. Cortex
Oh,
would be
yeah.
an auto-scroller anyway.
Yeah, you don't miss
Really-
much.
Yeah, you don't fight Cortex in the 100 category.
Yeah. So for this level, something that makes it way easier with some of the puzzles is just being able to spin through the electricity.
And having one mask at the beginning, which you don't have in TSEU.
Yeah, it's only on the
Oh,
Japanese
yeah.
version. Also, whoops. You can break all these boxes without waiting for that door, but I messed up a little. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
We call that the box 1 cycle. Also, these guys, you're supposed to spin those guys and wait for their electricity until they until they fall into the hole, but you can just jump around them.
Yeah, it's super easy too. Like,
Yeah.
it's super easy. So.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna snipe this guy, and you don't see it because the door's in the way, but I sniped that lab assistant guy into a
Into-
bunch of TNTs, which
Yeah.
also hits the switches, which opens those doors. It's pretty neat. It's only into 100%,
Yeah.
because in any
If
percent
you
you
do that
have
on
to
39.
deputies.
If you do that on 39k, it lags a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in my
Honestly-
70k lags too.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty laggy at 90k as well. Just a lot going on.
I'll take you did the sub jump towards the end. Nice. Nah, Coco can also die in CTR. Alright, so we're
Alright,
on to
time for the
revisits.
revisits.
One very mistake that beginners do is that like they tend to just go back to the beginning.
Oh yeah.
So like go back to like the first revisit, whether it may be say Abstract, Jungle Rollers, whatever, and then do the levels in order. But there's one issue with that. Once you get to Boulder Dash, you need the purple gem, and the purple gem you get it in this level that you have to revisit. So it's like extremely important you at least revisit this one first.
Yeah, you need to revisit Lights Out first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember Saboom last time he played this, played Boulder Dash without the purple gem. Had to learn the hard way. And it sucks because like the purple gem path is at the very end, so you don't realize your mistake
Yeah,
until you've already done
like,
like
it's-
the whole level.
It's literally at the end of the level.
Yeah. Anyway, like the Jello Gem path of this level is like super, like makes the level a lot shorter and a lot easier. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the remaining boxes.
it's only 3. So
Interesting fact, if you fall down that tower, you can survive, but it's kind of weird because A, you can't see where you're going, and B, there's death triggers in the tower you can hit for some reason.
yeah, it's funny too because you can actually like clip. There's a way to clip like, and it's really weird. Like you can get to like halfway through the thing, but you can't get any higher. It's so unfortunate. Like otherwise there would be a skip for this shit. But who would want to do a skip for this anyway? Like really.
Yeah, like
so-
unless it was super free. Like no one
Super
wants
easy,
like
yeah.
Cortex power or upstream tier stuff at that point.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, this is a secret level. This is a level we unlocked with one of the keys. It's a level you don't see at all in 90% because of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's basically lights out, but with a lot more hazard.
Yeah, and it's I think it's longer.
It's longer, it has smaller platforms sometimes.
Yeah, way bigger jumps too. I would say lights out drops my inputs more though, so I'll say I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
I'd say this level is the hardest level casually. In a speedrun, it's not as
Yeah,
bad because of zigzag mainly, but
I'd agree, honestly. And you also
Yeah.
know that you're not gonna get hit if you spin through the hazard, so
yeah.
you use them invincibility frames. So it's
Also, be
what I-
careful with dunking.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I'm gonna play
true.
it
I
safe.
actually don't know why that happens, but like
yeah, no one
sometimes,
can explain it really.
yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you get hit with a mask, and if you
What
spin
was
like on a
that?
specific timing, you get donked.
I don't know what that
Don't
spider
think-
was. I know that their hitboxes are really bad. Like you can,
Dude.
there's a lot of enemies in this game, including turtles and some robots, where you can brush up against
What?
them and not get
I'm
hit.
not, I'm not sure if you just saw the movement at the very beginning of that spider. What?
Oh, someone clip it. I'll go watch and I'll have to watch it after. That was just weird.
Yeah. I can't really clip it right now because
That's
the
fine.
internet will
If someone in chat could post the clip, that's cool. Next level is Whole Hog. It's the second secret level, which we also unlocked through a key and a bonus.
It's by far my least favorite level in, without counting upstream or Cortex power, honestly.
Yeah, this level is just the epitome of bad programming. You can actually, I'm not pressing any button on the controller right now. You can survive until this point. It's kind of a cool fact. But yeah, this level is just like really badly programmed. There's a box you can walk over, and among other
Yeah,
things.
literally walk over. And yeah, there's a board that can. There's 2 boards actually that can glitch out and kill you.
Oh
I think
yeah.
that's just dependent on lag, but
Yeah, on my console, the second one usually doesn't bug me.
yeah, first one can be annoying sometimes. I'm actually I'm not sure about the first. I think the first one is just how the level loads, but I'm not sure. It's kinda rare, but like when it happens, it's like good mean.
Yeah, it's very scary going through this level on PB pace, and it's such a relief to get out of it.
Yeah.
If it weren't for all the bad programming, like it'd be a very easy level.
Yeah, just like Hog Wild.
Yeah, it'd be just like Hogwild. I think this can still 112. Which still,
Yeah,
that's
I
still
wouldn't be
fine for a
bad.
marathon.
Yeah.
And,
Honestly,
like-
there were 3 mistakes that you had in the entire run.
Yeah,
Well, 4 counting the small death that you had in Castle, like
yeah. Yeah, 3.
still be.
Yeah, the Jaws mistake was just like one mistake, but mistakes in this are really costly, so it really changes the run drastically.
The other 2 mistakes are of course upstream and Cortex power, which are like
The
well,
Cortex
upstream, I
power,
guess-
Cortex power wasn't my fault, but upstream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
upstream kinda is Tebt's fault, but at the same time it's really hard. So like,
I wasn't expecting to get it anyway.
yeah, it's consistent in the sense that at least
Yeah,
the
it's now
clip is
consistent. It used to be like no one really understood it, but now we think we do.
Yeah. At least there's more of a consistent setup for it.
Yeah, it's much nicer. It definitely helped me get the world record.
But yeah, there's really not much to say about the revisit, honestly.
I'm just gonna play it safe here. On these,
Yeah, that's
you
fair.
can skip these leaves, but yeah. I did them on the first visit, so at least I showed them
Yeah,
off.
with soft jumps and stuff.
You don't
You
have
can
to wait for
actually
the...
Yeah.
do something called double jump. No one will ever do it on Hondo, I don't think.
Yeah,
But
screw that.
I doubt someone will do that.
yeah, in any percent, my PV does have one. I'm not sure if anyone. I think maybe Burger. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
Burger.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically a 3-frame jump followed by a soft jump. But the 3-frame jump is like, so you can like get a double jump from every moving platform if you spin on a specific spot and then jump. It's really hard to explain though.
Yeah, it's very complicated, honestly.
So Rolling Stones. Again, there's really not much to say about this one. There's a
Yes.
strat like towards the end, but that's about it. Like the damage abuse strat.
I might try that. I never really practiced it, but I might try it.
It's not that hard.
So, oops. I'm good at reacting to that, at least if I mess that up. But yeah, you can just spin that group of 9 boxes. Because the thing is that TNTs often don't explode other boxes around them off screen in the original trilogy. So they either have to be on screen while they count down, or you just do that TNT spin glitch.
Yeah, and Crash 1 is especially bad.
Alright, I did
In
your
Crash
strat.
1, hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
the damage abuse strat. But yeah, in Crash 1, they programmed the game so if you just jump on a TNT and off screen it like very far, it depends on the level too, but if you screen it, they don't explode. They only explode the TNT and doesn't explode anything else. That counts for every single TNT. In Crash 2 and 3, they at least kind of programmed one like the exploding radius. So if you off screen it, they actually explode some of the boxes around the.
Yeah. In the Insane trilogy, they really made it so the boxes will almost always blow up everything around them, so you don't have to worry.
Yeah, same as to walk.
It's just like, oh sorry, I hit my mic. It's just like old game design,
Yeah, pretty much.
where they could only have so much loaded at one time. Like this game loads in chunks. It's actually very well optimized if you look at some videos about it that show it and take away the camera. But yeah. Future Crash games made it so that the whole level loads at once. So TNTs are more trustworthy.
Yep. So Native Fortress 2 is the birth of the meme of when you're in Native Fortress 2 on PB pace and your heart is like beating super fast.
Yeah, this level is terrifying on PvP pace. It's really
Yeah.
hard. And also you can't control the cycles really, because as we explained before, global cycles. Oops, that was a bad bounce.
Yep. It's a really hard battle. Like
For sure. Like my PvE plays it super safe, and I don't think anyone can blame me for it.
nah,
Had to break the
it's
curse.
fine. My PV also like it doesn't go up that safe because I needed the 105. But
Yeah.
it still does something safe.
Yeah, I only really go super aggressive on the revisit if I really need to. If not, I'm happy to just take it kind of safe. If I have a nice lead, I can take some damage.
Yeah, you want to keep at least one mask out of this now because you damage heavy use on the next one in Boulder Dash. So
Yeah. This section of the game is pretty cool. It also looks beautiful. Like I love that background.
yeah, the sky section is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I also love how you break those boxes.
Yeah,
so
I did it pretty nice too. It's good. If
it's
I do
pretty
this
cool
right, I can
strat.
get a good fall. There, you can fall all the way to the bottom. Takes some practice, but it's cool. Just gonna play it safe. Even though I have a mask, it's kind of weird because if you have iframes, Crash will like sometimes walk off the torches instead of bouncing, and it really throws me off.
Yeah.
Oops. Get all 5. Ah, 4.
And the black cane.
There we go.
So the cane is missing that last box and then jumping to the It's also, well, it's not the cane, but he did it recently, and he put, or
Yeah.
not recently, like when he was grinding or doing the game more, and he put a face that was pretty funny. Not gonna lie, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Alright, I think
I
this
did
is...
once in my PV too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a common mistake. A lot of people do it at some point. You just really gotta make sure you hit the
Yeah.
box before you start moving right.
Yeah, I've done it in practice, not really in around yet.
Yeah, it's
But
scary.
I can't wait until it actually happens.
Yeah.
So Boulder Dash, this is the last level, so
I
Yeah.
think this is on pace for a low 112. It's still not bad considering. It's a shame
Yeah.
about Jaws, but at least that was like totally my fault. I was just autopiloting completely.
yeah, that's fine, don't worry about it. Also, no 99 lives, I'm disappointed.
Hey, 99 lives is slow.
Yeah,
Go get the castle machinery lives.
it's nice to have 2 masks for this all, since you damage how use once and actually kill you towards the end.
Yeah, the secret area can be scary. The depth perception is pretty bad. I sort of just know when to spin off by heart.
You can also die out, like, upwards.
Yeah. What a game.
Because, like, it doesn't really get rid of the death triggers over there. So the death trigger is just below the, you know, the platforms, and since you go under ground, the death trigger is still like above. So if you end up jumping on top of a life crate that is over there, you're dead.
Yeah. Also, this here is boulder skip. I'm gonna get on this gem platform without having to wait for this boulder. It's just zigzag, honestly.
And it's also easier in NTSCJ.
Yeah, and the
In
Japanese. Yeah.
It's faster. It's done. It's pretty free, honestly, on J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alright,
so for some
Time
reason,
shoot.
I was just gonna say, for some reason, when you get the 26 gem, if you haven't done any Tana bonus rounds, which are what let you save, the percentage jumps from 35 to 100.
Well, I do have an explanation. I
Yeah,
guess,
there is a way it works. It's just kind of dumb.
Yeah, since gems, it's kind of like the saving system in this game. Gems only account for gems. So right, like the game lets you save every time you get a gem, but it only saves like the gem on the level. It
Yeah.
doesn't save that you actually beat the level. In order to save to actually beat the level, you have to beat the bonus or a ton of bonus.
Yeah.
It's really dumb. Time should coming up like pretty soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, time's coming up after seeing
Like
Yeah,
Town Night.
after this hallway, time is coming up in like 3, 2, 1. That's time. All right, my timer says a 1:12:09. That's still fine for a marathon. Like I think
Oh yeah, that's nice.
for
Yeah,
me,
that's
like
okay.
a sub 113 is good enough for a marathon. It's a shame about Jaws. It was on pace for like a 108 until then, but oh well, it happens.
yeah. Don't
Overall,
worry
the
about
run was pretty good, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
like mistakes in this game cost so much, it changes the end time drastically. Like that one mistake in Jaws cost like 3 minutes, but what can you do?
it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Like, just
Yeah.
the run. Like, the thing with this game is that like the final time doesn't actually reflect how the run could have been.
Yeah, just because stuff is so punishing. But yeah, thanks everyone for having me, and good luck to the next runners. I guess I'll just